Hi guys, welcome back to Waxing On. You may have noticed things a little different. Unfortunately, poor old Kelly took a tumble the other day and has been in the hospital, so he's not really going to be cable ready or camera ready for us. So I've got my body double, my stand-in, Hollister red Capp sitting in for me today. And I just wanted to continue on the show because we're getting into that holiday season. 28th of November, cranking into December by the end of the week, so time to start cranking out some of that holiday music to get you in the mood. Now, just to go back 2 years ago we did this, and I brought out a lot of my favorites. And these are albums that I listen to every year. They're always on my playlist this time of year. So I'm going to take the first episode just to kind of recap some of them, invite you to go back and check past episodes so you can find out a little more about these albums. And on my top list, one of my favorites, the Diana Krall Christmas album. Diana Krall, great big band. We got the Clayton-Hamilton Jazz Orchestra. One of my friends and a fabulous trumpet player, Rick Baptist, is sitting in with the band as well. We've got great seasonal music on there, and it's always a favorite. I won't go through all the songs on the list. I'll let you go back and check it. It's episode 58, and it was, I believe, from 2020. Now, let me go back from that. Another one that's been on my list, and this is one I've listened to since back in the 60s. It was a discount bin album called Tijuana Christmas. Came out around the same time as, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass were really big. This is a no-name group called Border Brass, and this was episode 87. A lot of very familiar Christmas tunes, a lot of very traditional Tijuana stylings that are in there. We've got a band that they don't credit the name of any of the performers. They don't give us a lot of information about the arrangers or where the recording was done. So some of those things that I do enjoy were missing. I'm just trying to find a listing on it here because it's under a different album name now. When I went in trying to find it, it wasn't under the Border Brass, who originally was the ones that recorded it. It was now listed under music by Bugs, B-U-G-S, Bauer, B-O-W-E-R. And that's where I found it under in Amazon Music. Or no, sorry, in Apple Music. But if you want to go back and take a look, Bugs Bauer, maybe it's under the Border Brass, but it is the album Tijuana Christmas, Jingle Bells, Silent Night, Wish You a Merry Christmas, Deck the Halls, What Child Is This, Tijuana Christmas. All songs you're familiar with, but in that special Tijuana style. And again, that's one of my favorites that I touch on every year. Another one I really enjoy is music from Brian Setzer Orchestra. Now, this album, Christmas Rocks, is called. Some live material. We've got the Brian Setzer Orchestra, who you're familiar with from, we did a show on him solo as well as with Stray Cats. It's a rockabilly type music. Jump blues band, a swing revival, all the great things. Some great tunes in there. There's one that really I find a lot of fun, and we talked about it I think a week or so ago when we were talking about the Christmas movie Elf. That they used a segment off what I believe was one of Brian Setzer's recordings of the Nutcracker Suite. Just a great arrangement, but a lot of fun. That rockabilly style really makes it entertaining for parties, for just listening while you're decorating. And that was episode 89 from 2020. And the last one I'm just going to mention today, or the last set that come up every year when we're listening, it's under my Guilty Pleasures, episode 92, Rosie O'Donnell's Christmas albums. Now, back when Rosie had a TV show, she put out two albums, a Rosie Christmas, and the other was called Another Rosie Christmas, where she had special guests come in. Sometimes she sang with them, sometimes they just performed on their own. We had the Dixie Chicks, we had Linda Eder, we got Jessica Simpson. I mean, the list went on and on. It was just a great compilation, a couple of albums, a lot of fun tunes, and it has been on our playlist since, I'm going to say, back in the 90s. We've had that every year. We crank that out. So there's a few that you can get started with this week. Go back and check out some of the old episodes there. We'll give you more details about the actual albums. A lot of this stuff available on the streaming networks. If you're lucky enough to have hard copies, that's great. Some of them, and again on this series when we were doing it, there's quite a few showed up in the discount bins. So always a great place to check around. Anyways, that's it to kick us off on our seasonal music. We'll be back on Wednesday taking a look at a couple of new acquisitions I have. And this year we're going to look at a number of digital downloads or streaming albums that I've encountered over the last year when I've been searching through here. And there's a lot of really fun stuff there. A lot of what I'm going to say maybe is non-traditional Christmas music. But I think you'll enjoy what we have to offer, and just some changes for the seasonal music to listen to. So that's it for tonight. Until then, we'll see you on Wednesday. Take care. Stay safe. Join us Wednesday.